Dear friends of the Divine Word, I am really very happy to be here with you coming from Rome on this celebration on this very beautiful day. I am Father Budi Kleden, presently serving as the Spirit General of the Society of the Divine Word. The whole Society of the Divine Word shares with you this big joy of this very special celebration of the 100 years of St. Augustine Seminary. We all are united in thanking God for His marvelous work for and through this seminary. Dear brothers and sisters, in the Gospel passage, a scholar of the law asked Jesus to summarize his teaching into a single commandment. And Jesus responded with the commandment to love God and our neighbors as the essence of his entire message. This command is rooted in experience of a compassionate God who hears the cry of the oppressed, defends the rights of the widows and orphans, and who desires for a just society where the wealthy do not exploit others, as described in the first reading from the book of Exodus. The teaching of St. Paul in the second reading presents to us God as the one who communicates with all, extending an invitation to be God's messengers. The Gospel of St. Matthew takes us even further, revealing that God's history with humanity is embodied in Jesus, Divine Word incarnate. Through Jesus, God bridges the divide between Creator and creation, the holy and the sinners, embracing all in boundless love. Jesus is the embodiment of the compassionate God. I am compassionate, God says in the first reading. God shares our suffering. God participates in our situations of being victims of unjust political, cultural, economic, or religious systems. But it is not the intention of this compassionate God that we seek revenge on those who have caused our suffering. God's way is compassion, as underlined in God's address to the Israelites. You shall not molest or oppress an alien, for you were once aliens yourselves. God's way is the way of compassion, of transcending boundaries, of embracing all into one family. This is the spirit of the letter St. Arnold Janssen, the founder of the SVD, SSPS, and SSPS Perpetual Adoration, wrote to Father Aloysius Haig, the first missionary to start the mission in Vicksburg, encouraging him to be a catalyst of change and proceed gently, prudently, and courageously to overcome violence and opposition. Brothers and sisters, St. Augustine Seminary stands as a living testimony to that vision that transcends boundaries and embraces all people of all races, mirroring the dream of the Church, composed of every nation, people, and language. This vision has inspired St. Arnold Janssen to send the SVD and SSPS missionaries to the ends of the earth and make disciples of all nations. I mentioned 8 names, one missing, that is his own name. And many serve as religious priests and brothers, and many more are serving the Church and the society as laypersons in different positions. A century ago, as St. Augustine Seminary embarked on its official journey, it witnessed a remarkable and vibrant scene. thousands of African Americans made a special pilgrimage to Bay St. Louis, united as one to celebrate the consecration of this seminary. As Bishop Stipe mentioned, that day earned its place in history as the Red Letter Day, marked by the arrival of visitors at the train station, the resonant notes of a band, and jubilant parade through the town, culminating in the heart of the seminary grounds. It was really a powerful and poignant expression of a long-anticipated dream finally realized. And today, we gather again here, not just to remember the past, but to express our heartfelt gratitude to God. We commemorate the prophetic and transformative event that marked the start of St. Augustine Seminary, along with numerous other profound actions that God has performed in our midst. In this pivotal moment, we are reminded that the Lord beckons us to launch on courageous, prophetic, and transformative initiatives that address discrimination and segregation worldwide. God calls and empowers us to be missionaries, all of us, to be ambassadors of dialogue, yes, of prophetic dialogue, laboring together for a world where dialogue is more than a mere inspiration. It is a world where people inspired by the Word of God and empowered by the Spirit respect the uniqueness of every individual and welcome all nations and peoples. In a time like ours, when violence all too often overshadows reason, promoting dialogue becomes an act of prophecy. Our world today needs individuals who can engage with grace and persistence in meaningful interactions with those from diverse cultures and traditions. Such dialogue is not bound by borders. It is a universal and inclusive exchange, a meeting amid diversity. Our religious congregation, the Society of the Divine Word, stands as a living testament to cultural and national diversity. We live